All right, so everybody, hello. Warrior Junior, still here, still fighting. Came back after the workout. It's pretty good. So the title of this one is "Scared to Show." Let's see if you guys figure this one out. It's simple. You guys know me by now, and I'm talking about a lot of it. It's about trying to meet women and everything, the single ones that you really like. And so I guess you can put two and two together. Maybe you can put one and one together, and then you get big two, right? One and one is two. And so I think about this, and scared to show. Okay, now when I talk about the warrior try to pick up mentality, and the thing is very selective. Now again, I'm not perfect at this. This is not fucking easy. This is not for the faint of heart. Um, there's a guy I know. He says he talks about his heart condition. I don't know what his deal is, but I don't know if it's just doesn't like pressure or something. But I like to say I eat pressure. I don't scare really easily. And it's as I gotten older. It's you're gonna have to really come at me really hard, and the more confident you get, it's you want to become like that wall, like that literally that nobody's going to go through, and they try to punch it, they're going to break their hand. Like that's what you want to be, kind of like a wall. But you don't want to be like a wall where you want to be like an intelligent wall. Like a smart wall, if that makes any sense. All right, so I want to go right into it. So I know the criticism is going to come. It usually does when you start talking about shallow. What was that movie? The movie Shallow Hal or something? Shallow Hal. It's a guy that's always looking at women visually, what they look like. Hey, man, oh, you're so shallow because you're just attracted to their bodies and everything or whatever. Hey, hey, you know what? That's a reflection on who they are, also. So, I got news for you. It doesn't matter. You can call it shallow, whatever, like that. It means, look, if a guy's in really good shape, what does that mean? It means that there's other aspects that he probably takes care of himself. Now, I know hence the analogy of that dumb jock thing in school and everything like that. But let me tell you something, man. Generally, people that take care of themselves, they're fairly intelligent, another aspect. Not to say that, oh, they're great at this and that, whatever. I don't know, but it stands for something. It means something. Joe Weider said, it's the doers. The bodybuilders are the doers of the world. He's pushing the bodybuilding facet, thing. But I think about that, and I thought about it, okay, well, when I look at a woman and stuff, what I look for, I kind of look for things that really get me kind of wow, and I like what I like, and I'm sorry. I don't have to apologize to anybody. I'm a visual guy. And, what upsets me is like, when women, got something and they just don't know how to show it properly. I've heard of the excuses, well, oh, I don't want everybody staring at me, staring at you. Let me tell you something. A little bit of education out there. And that's why I leave these things up there because I know one day people are going to be listening to this and they're going to say I was right. I know I'm right on this. You only get so much time anyway while you're here, and when you're young and beautiful, whatever, for women, things hold together very well. It's really good. And then there's this thing called time, a four-letter word that starts to add up, and for most women, it becomes something that they get the I don't know what they think. Oh, you should have saw me when I was whatever. Doesn't matter. You only have now and forward. It's nice. Okay, you want to talk about the past a little bit? That's cute and everything, but the reality is the reality, and the reality is now and forward. And they don't realize that. I didn't want them staring at me. They ain't gonna stare at you when you get older. You have to understand something. Everything is about bankability and marketability. You have to market yourself to this many people. They're staring at me. Yeah, How do you know one of those people in there is not like a movie producer or something, or a rich billionaire or something like that? You don't. You have to market yourself to that many people, and then you have the right to choose which one you want, whatever person that you want. You're scared of me. Yeah, well, you know what? It's better they look at you than they don't. I was coming back from the gym and there were these two chicks coming up, and I like all different. I don't discriminate. I regulate. It's a big pun, that a guy passed away, the rapper. He's good. That one, I'm not something. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot because I don't discriminate. I regulate. It's good. I like. He's good, and I like all races too. You know, one black chick now. It's getting kind of warm out there already. I've come back from the gym. It's fucking hot. Getting warm. There's this black chick, good size. Wearing a fucking sweater with her friend, and I was looking as I was walking by. Whoa, I know it's under there. It's gonna be nice. And I should have just stepped up and said, hey, I don't know. I was really, I mean, man, when I come out of a workout, you aren't. I told you, when I go in there, it's like fucked up my finger a little bit, but it's okay because I give these two bags, heavy bags. I'm getting better because like I look now, like when you strike, I used to just try to like pretend, but no, it's like my balance, my focus, my precision, kind of like my choreography, my footwork, how I stand. My strikes are getting a little more solid. Still, it's kind of hard in my left hand because of my knuckle kind of thing. It's hard to hit the bag really hard. So I use like palm, drive through with the hips. But lots of different types of chops, elbow, and then the other bag, I'm like kicking it as so it's a lot of shit going on constantly, maybe 20-second breaks sometimes. If I'm water, my nose starts running, blow that shit out. Let's get back to work. And I know it's like, dude, I am like going when I'm in there. When I leave there, my fucking gym clothes is fucking like soaked. The shirt, especially, it's fucking. I'm going to buy some stuff now, maybe some cheap workout shirts, something that I like stuff that kind of fits properly, though. I like it for me, but I got these new gloves that fit really well. Fits like a glove. I guess like it's just constant. The more you invest in yourself, people notice these things. But the most important thing is that you notice. You invest in yourself. When you're doing your thing. Who is that guy, man? Was he? People. That's like summary judgment. I'm sorry. It's not supposed to be that way, but it is. And I told you, if you go back to my last recording, I talked about that. There's 100 guys there, and a woman, what's she gonna choose? What separates? Where's that one that's different, but different in a better way? The higher it could be different and worse. No, you want to be the higher social status of anything. That's general. I know that's a generalization. I know, but that's the way it looks. Everything costs fucking money. Okay, that money has to come from somewhere. I'm sorry to say, Janet Jackson married a billionaire or some guy or something like that. Whatever. That's how it is. It's extremely important. It's like second to air. People get together, like you understand. It's a business relationship in a way. It's like dude's the provider, and the woman's like, all right, you say jump, I say hi. You guys got the money, you got the power. Kind of like he gets to choose. I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you here. That's all. When I started this channel, that's what I tried to do, and I know it's a lot of this shit is not going to be well received, but I don't care. It's just that's part of being real. I mean, I don't want to. Doesn't gossip doesn't mean fucking nothing. But let's just use that example when A Rod was with J Lo. You know, dude's got money, and in his mind, he's probably thinking of, they split up recently or something. But think about this: you're worth like $100 million plus or whatever, and it's like, okay, so everybody's like, wow, look at this woman. He's 50 years old. He's a little younger than me, but think about it, it's like nothing for him. To most people, it's like, wow. But he's not most people. It's nothing. Jose Canseco talked about it. It's too old for him. It's nothing. It's power. He can just go around anywhere. He doesn't have to go out of his way to get. They'll line up for him. Not metaphorically, not literally, but they will wherever he goes. It's a status thing, and then they know that there's big money attached to it. You don't have to say anything. And everybody knows who you are. They kind of like get out of the way for you, or they give you whatever. Can I please get a picture with you? Whatever. And it's like it just makes that person even more powerful. They get their needs met without even asking, without even really trying. It's just the way it is. Anyway, that black chick that walked by me, I got a real good look there. I was like, yeah, and you have to stay on top of the warrior all or nothing thing, and I didn't. I don't know what happened. See, frustrated. I did say a little, I mumbled something, but it wasn't loud. It's just, she was with her friend kind of thing, and I know you're not supposed to let that bother you, but you're yeah, you say these things walk by you, these women that when you least expect it and everything, makes it even more challenging. You have to be on. You have to be on all the time. But then sometimes I second guess myself and I say to myself, why? What? Who cares? Or you're gonna go talk to those women. They ain't gonna give it to you anyway. You don't have enough confidence already. I mean, after all the shit you've done. I mean, I second guess that. I second guess the confidence thing because I think the status thing it trumps everything. You could be the shyest, most conservative person, but if you got the tremendous power, celebrity status, and money, why does that important to have confidence? But again, that's small. There's only a certain number of people that can say that. They're like supreme outliers, I call them. So I guess they're irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's like, you know, that's one of the problems living in LA. You got a lot of people. I notice, like when I walk to the gym, I see it up in the hills, building, homes, brand new, the construction. There's a lot of wealth. There's a lot of people that got money. And those kind of women they're those dudes are taking all that. They can get however they made their money, whatever. Not sharing any secrets. You have to kind of figure it out on your own. Whatever it is that you want. I kind of have my wants. What I feel like is my challenge. To try to do in this life while I'm still here. I say that like, oh, you're still young and everything. You don't know. You don't know. I have a friend that, again, doesn't matter, relevant names, out of respect, and he just told me something like, I thought about this. Try to help people sometimes, but you got to help themselves, to watch these, you know, porn movies, films, clips and stuff. And they mention, oh, watch, instead, watch these live things you can watch, Chatterbait or whatever. It's better, it's better. And it's like the lesser of two evils. It's like saying somebody that smokes doing something bad, but hey, you know what? Vaping is it still get the nicotine hit out of there. It's safer. It's not an answer. You know, it's not a solution to a problem. You know, and I think what happens is not to put my friend on the spot. Doesn't matter about him. Well, the point is that's the point that you got a lot of guys that that are watching these things and contributing to these women, like paying. So they're paying and they don't even really they don't get to see them in person. Well, I don't need to. And I said, wow. So this is what's happening in the 21st century now. These women are making money that way through sites like Patron or OnlyFans, or the Instagram, which is not really, I know it's just posting, but dudes are, what it does, it takes away the hope of anything now. The hope of it. I mean, it's like, fuck, man. At least if you could meet these chicks in person, like have a little fun. I mean, that's what I like that. At least get that experience in your life to say, wow, yeah, I got that exclusive time with that so and so. I paid, but hey, you know what? I got news for you. Money is a tool, okay? I don't care what you're buying, if you're into books, and you're into real estate, you're into collectibles or anything. It's a tool. You can save it, you can hold on to it, you can do whatever you want with it. But it's a tool to get what you want out of this life. I know, like, women are not inanimate objects, but I told you that look at, the people that get married, like for these type of reasons, because a dude offers security. I've seen the other way around too. I don't blame them. If you can't, look, I had a friend, acquaintance friend. I don't talk to him anymore. He's kind of like an angry drunk, But it's like he told me. I remember one time he goes, his dad told him, you better just find some old lady to take care of, because you ain't that, that's your thing, and he believed that when he was young. That was it. And sure enough, he became really good at being like a caretaker for people, for older. This one actress, I don't want to talk, the names are relevant. I don't, she passed away. But that was like, that's his gift. He knows how to do that. So, you know, it can work both ways. There's people to get together for whatever reasons. I kind of tried that one a couple of times. I remember I go like to Beverly Hills, dress kind of nice, go hang around there, see if I could meet, some of these kind of women, still kind of decent looking and have money. And I, you got to really have a gift of gab, to know how to, because those, guys that do that, they're kind of like manipulators. They got kind of like the gift of blankness. They just see the dollar signs, and they'll like hoard themselves out. They don't care. Like they say, look, no, I got to get this. I got to get mine. I get, it doesn't matter. I have high morals. I won't do. I won't. It's like people that do porn and stuff, and they don't care. It's like the gift of blankness. They just want to get that money. It doesn't matter like what you know. Good to have morals, in this life. Kind of sucks, like when you hold on to that good character and you're like saying, well, hey, where's my reward for all this? Like a good person, where how come it doesn't shine? And unfortunately, you know, in LA, it's such a doesn't the status thing is so powerful that sometimes, most times it does, that the good heart, good person doesn't shine through. They don't see it. Or it's like these really old women. When I say old, they, people that are just, they're like irrelevant when it comes to doing pickup. They don't understand. And anything good that you see is generally just bombarded constantly. Like, you just don't want to come off 101. That's nothing. That's schmuck. That's putzer. It's like when they run a marathon, whatever, like big marathons, LA Marathon, Boston, 25,000 people, whatever, and they're all running. And it's like those top elite runners that win. And they come in the first 100. You know, they're the best. They train. In life, I think it's the same thing in a way. You don't have to. I mean, it's just. I know I keep going back to money, but it's just so powerful. Like these guys are driving around in convertible Rolls Royces and stuff. I mean, I could just you know get like whatever they want. You know. I go on these sites. I'm just curious. I look around and I'm just curious. Like, what, some of these women, they're very, they're just not my type kind of women. But I've heard of women charging anywhere upwards, and it goes up, up, up. I've heard of even 5,000. I've heard of. I don't think I heard any more than that. That's probably the most I ever heard. Five. And I was like, hell no. But to fucking dude, that's like balling, or billionaire or something. And he said, man, I just always wanted to meet her. 5,000. All right, that's it. There it is. Can't, it's just that would just crush me. It's just a lot of fucking money. To cough up. Well, the average woman doesn't think that way. You know what? I was with this one time. I'll never forget what she told me. She charged like $1,000 an hour or something like that. I think I forget. I gave her. I worked a deal with her or something. She said, "You're gonna pay one way or the other." Man, is that so fucking true? I don't care if she's not a Nazca or like a escort or whatever. They have currency. The ones that I look at, generally, it's there are what I call miracles out there, though. Freebies, better word, freebies. I've gotten, a couple times, just like nothing, it's rare. It's just, and the problem is, you watch those movies, Chabberbait, whatever. I pronounce it wrong intentionally, not to give any, you know, give them any credit or anything. It's all a joke to me anyway. I see beyond that. So the problem is you watch that stuff, and then what happens is in your brain, when you go out there in the real world, in the reality, and you see anything that resembles that, you get all excited and everything like that. And you're probably not going to approach. You just go back and watch that shit again instead of trying. It's hard. I know. You see people together, and you're like wondering how these fucking people met. Don't know. I call it musical chairs, is what I call it. When the music was in life, when the music was playing, I didn't know that the music's going to stop or whatever. When you're young, you kind of have to set the stage for these things. So you have a chair to sit in when it comes to that. You get too old, the musical chairs of relationships it's too late. You miss. a lot of people that did that, they said, oh, well, maybe I should have just played the field a little longer. I don't know, I don't know. Nobody coached me with it. Nobody helped me. There's one guy, I know he's close to my age, 33 Secrets, he was probably running around in the 90s like I was, well into 2000s. Rarely he'll go out there still, but he's done already, you know? Doesn't care. Doesn't mean nothing to him anymore. He likes to do like coaching, I guess. But I remember I wrote like on YouTube one time, I wrote a thing and he just, basically straight up with me. He says, "Get out of this fucking area." The year it's even the Vegas vibe. I mean, now they're getting out of COVID. Maybe get better. I mean, it's just different. It's different. What happens? You get older. Those women that were that were like available, they retire. They're out of the equation. You know. And then these new ones come in, but they have a different mindset because of their parents, so because of the times changed. A lot of them have a very bitter, kind of angry demeanor. Came up with this hip hop music, newer hip hop music. That's not about the beats. It's about this verbal negativity. I've heard it. I could hear it constantly. It's like, God, this stuff is pissing out garbage, verbal garbage. And I told you, I was up on Sunset over the weekend, Friday night, the standing, at this in front of this place. There's Bootsy Bellows near Doheny. And the people coming out there, it's angry women. They didn't look like they had a good time. I was like, what the fuck, man? I used to go out, dancing at Dublin's. Music was good. Dancing my ass off. Places, what the fuck are they doing? I'm not missing nothing. I feel sorry for the young people. They don't know. Going these places, it's like you got one shot when you're young. You never get it again. There's this guy, the security guy up the block that I talked about that was in the hospital. I heard he actually went home. 4th stage cancer and stuff. He's fighting. Not doing security anymore, but he told me something. I remember what he said. He goes, "Mike, when you hit 50, say goodbye to youth forever." I'm well aware of. Doesn't mean you'll stop being active. You have got to keep, it's like going up. You've got to keep fucking going. And I did that today at the gym again. I saw that crazy woman again, the lady that runs and kicks the bag. Kicks it really hard this time. Completely nonsense. Some people just don't want to learn. They don't want to learn either that way or they don't want to learn another way. It's this closed-minded mindset. They don't get their way, they get mad, or they just, I don't know what they're thinking. You honestly don't care because it's like I have to work on myself, like it's hard just to take care of myself, things. But a lot of people, they just are very, if you tell them, they get very offended, they get very criticized, and they'll like just box you out, shut you off, whatever. I wish a billionaire would like mentor me and try to show me how to become financially successful. I wish somebody, like all my years of bodybuilding, nobody came up to me. For all the business cards I gave out and everything, can't afford it. You know, I can't afford it. What the hell are you spending your money on then? Things you can afford, you know? When I'm in something, you know, that's what I'm investing in. And if somebody wants to learn, it's my time. And if I decide to work with somebody, I can charge them, I should be able to charge whatever I want. It's like, you know, God forbid you have to go to the hospital. When you go in there, do you ask the doctor, well, you know, how much is it going to cost before you take a look at me? No, it's like your life, you know? You know, people got to get some priority, you know, they just don't understand. They want things for a bargain, like, you know, these people, like, whatever, you know, and just to get it, the cheapest is not the best. Yeah. I know it's the same. You get what you pay for, you know? Waiting for that perfect time, a lot of these things, the time that will never come. Saving, saving, saving. What are you saving? What are you saving for? The day that will never come. You know, I have a news for you. You know, hopefully people listen to this whenever they will, maybe years from now. You only get so much lifetime, no matter what, and then it's gone. Okay. I hate to like break it to you. I don't know if any they should teach you this in school, but they don't. The average lifetime of a man or a woman is people are living longer than ever. More people are making 100 more than ever. Yeah, that's not the average though. There's 7 billion people on the planet. The average person does not live till 100. Maybe they will. It makes the news when they start going up to 1 to 10, 120. It's like, wow. But let's just say 100. And that's it. That's all. People saving, you know, not like investing or sharing or helping. You know, take it to the grave with you, you know? Jeez Louise, man. So it just, you know, it just never ceases to amaze me. And leave it all to my kids so they don't have to work and stuff. Okay. Again, that's what you're gonna see, like those fucking, you know, 20-something years old, those nightclubs spending $3,000 a bottle service for a table. You know, that just, yeah, just give it to your kids. You know, they don't have to suffer like you did. You're actually doing them a curse, that more than a favor. If you give somebody something, you know, they don't have appreciation for it. So my kids don't have to do anything. It's backwards logic, you know. And I could do one better. I could one up that. Fucking, I know this one guy, again, no names, you know, no kids, no pets, no wife, no nothing. How much that guy fucking has? Jeez, unbelievable, unfucking believable, you know. Jesus, the way people are, some, you know, a lot of them. It's not living to me. It's not. Some of those chicks that those videos, whatever, where they're like adult models. I wanted to see them, you know. And they're in LA. They weren't in town very long. When they were here, I paid. Okay, tried to work a little deal because some of them work by the hour, half, whatever. But I paid them. I had to see it because I wanted the experiences. I don't want it to bother me. You know, like that gives me like peace of mind. That's like fun for me. That's my enjoyment. Unfortunately, most women they're just too they're you know they're too hard up. They're too tough. You won't even, you know, it's sorry. That's reality. It's very, 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 very hard to connect. You're picky then. Well, you know what? I don't know. If I'm seeing women every day that I'd like to talk to and stuff, that's not. I don't know what you consider picky. You're entitled to your, opinions about me and everything. That is great. But I can damn well assure you're not. Guarantee you're not going to help me because you're not going to. This is called competition, and people do not help anybody to win in a competition. You have to be first. This is what it is. Believe me, I have enough life experience to tell you. And those pickup artists, they're not gonna fucking. You pay them whatever to show you how to do things, take you out there. They're really just sharpening their own skills and putting money in their own pocket. They don't care. Personal trainers, they just have good bedside manner. They don't care. No, I couldn't help it. Over here, they're talking more about me, my training, than a fucking trainer working with the fucking client. That's the problem. When you're the only one doing something, people take notice. Don't give a fuck about that though. It doesn't do nothing for me. I'm not there to try to get attention. Hopefully, you guys appreciated a little of my honesty again for this one. Anyway, that black chick that walked by me that, didn't even look anywhere. Scared to show. Wearing a fucking sweater. Bright sunny out there. Everything's so stupid. People are so fucking self-conscious. They just don't get it. They're worried about what everybody else thinks and everything. Don't you think these celebrities want as much exposure as possible? That's how they get paid. They got to put themselves out there, get millions and millions of views, billions or whatever. Well, they make money. Silly, silly means sometimes. Anyway, I hope you guys appreciated my analogy on this one. More to come.